Super Bowl Steeler is tough to beat. But against the Steeler, I can't compete.
When a Steeler gets hit, it's got the guts to bounce back.
You turkey.
Uniroyal presents the Steeler.
Georgia has millions of futures to protect. And one way we do this is with solid investments. In a hydroelectric plant in Quebec, a helicopter company in Oregon, energy research in Wyoming, a university medical complex in Alabama, the city of Atlanta, and many others. We're Life of Georgia. We're one of the largest life insurance companies in the United States, and we're working to ensure your future.
It's the network debut of Bill Walton as a San Diego Clipper. And the Magic Man, Irvin Johnson of the Los Angeles Lakers. It's the Clippers and Lakers Friday night at 11:30 Eastern. You'll say you saw it on CBS Sports.
Mazzetti is kicking off for the Atlanta Falcons. Odom is center deep. Steve Odom takes the high trajectory kick at the 5. He's back at the 10 to the 15. Gets left to the 20, and Odom goes to the 25. And out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Run out of bounds by Dennis Pearson.
Well, Tim Mazzetti with the longest field goal, and it's a big field goal, Lindsey. It puts it out of range of 2 touchdowns, 15-0. I bet you one thing, Bobby Lane would have loved to hell for Tim Mazzetti. What a pair they would have made. Lane, what would he always say? Never give it to a milk drinker on 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1. He would have loved Mazzetti.
And he never did. It's 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. David Whiter, Marty Smith, or rather Atkins and Middleton are the setbacks there. Turdell Middleton across the 35 to the 36. Fulton Kuykendall can't make the tackle.
A lot of smiles on the sidelines when you're 15 ahead.
It's happy time for the Atlanta Falcons. Paul Rising, who does the centering on the placements and punts.
There's Timothy.
2nd and 3. Well, that was a quick move made by Famuina on Party Smith.
Wilson Famuina from San Jose State beat the right guard.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 3. At the 36-yard line, and we are getting closer to the 2-minute warning. We are down now to 3:24 remaining to be played in the first half. 15-0. The Atlanta Falcons leading.
Look at that flex of that defense. Split.
Marty Smith, 6'4", 235, and he's stacked up. No gain on the play, and the punting unit comes on. Again, Wilson Famuina. That is Bart Starr, the head coach of the Green Bay Packers.
3rd and short. Just like a running draw play a little bit. Need a play to hit the hole a little bit quicker on 3rd and 2 or 3. I don't think they fooled anybody.
David Beverly's back to punt. Dennis Pearson is deep to receive it for the Atlanta Falcons. Clock is running at 2:40. Pearson lets it roll. He takes it at the 14. And he is stopped at the 15.
John Thompson, number 83, the backup tight end on the play. 50-yard punt by Beverly.
So it'll be put in play 1st and 10. Next week's first games on CBS will be New Orleans versus Tampa Bay and Philadelphia versus St. Louis. San Francisco against the Giants and Washington against Cleveland.
And the NFL doubleheader, that second game, these Atlanta Falcons go against the Oakland Raiders and the Packers against the Detroit Lions.
Consult your local listings for the game and time in your area. Some cities will see only a single game because of the NFL blackout policy. And don't forget that the action begins with the NFL Today, featuring Brent Musburger, Irv Cross, Jane Kennedy, Jimmy the Greek Snyder, and Jack Whitaker.
And our man Jimmy the Greek, fell off a moped doing a commercial in Duke Hospital.
He was painfully injured and is out of action.
He is well, Jimmy.
Not in the CBS lineup today. Timeout has been taken now by the Atlanta Falcons.
Kansas City are early. Second quarter lead over the Cincinnati Bengals, who are really having their problems.
Bartkowski over to talk to Lehman Bennett, the head coach of these Atlanta Falcons, about what they do, and they have the ball as they do. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Let me ask you, Lindsey showed up with the coat today that's the all-time champion, and there's a story that goes behind this coat. Let everybody take a look at this.
Well, I tell you, in San Francisco, a radio station asked all the people to send in swatches of cloth that they had around the house. Just put it in an envelope, they said, and send it in. They asked a tailor if he could put it together. They did, and he did, and this is the result. 1st and 10 now at the 15-yard line.
Be a complete flake to sew that together.
Bartkowski. Penalty marker is thrown. Alfred Jackson was the intended receiver.
On who, though?
That's the question. Estes Hood was there. On whom is the question?
On whom, that's right.
Oh, yes, there was some contact. But there you see.
Well, could have been an interception also, Lindsey. I think
Yeah.
there wasn't a bump. Estes Hood had a good beat on the football.
McCarter is consulting the Green Bay Packers now. Offensive interference call.
Pass interference. Number 85 offense declined. 2nd down.
This is Alfred Jackson down the right sideline. Just throwing the bomb, the fly pattern down the right side. You see Estes Hood now. He's not looking at the receiver. He's looking at the football. Definitely offensive interference. Good call.
They declined the penalty. 2nd and 10 at the 15. Lynn Kane is in that backfield now, along with Andrews. Andrews carries.
There goes Weaver. Check that, Mike Douglas. Mike Douglas, number 53 right there.
He got a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9, and again a timeout, this one by Green Bay. Stops the clock with 2 minutes, 9 seconds remaining to be played in the half. Bartkowski coming over to talk to Lehman Bennett again. The Atlanta Falcons are leading in this game by a score of 15-0 as you look at the Green Bay sideline now.
Andrews has 48 yards and 10 carries.
Tonight on CBS, 60 Minutes, Archie Bunker's Place, One Day at a Time, Alice, the Jeffersons, and Trapper John M.D.
Just turn it on CBS and leave it there. You're going to enjoy it.
Because it's all tonight, right here on CBS. Bartkowski with the Atlanta Brain Trust. It'll be 3rd and 9 when play is resumed, and the Falcons have the ball at their own 16-yard line. Bartkowski, of course, played his college football at the University of California in Berkeley. He's 6'4", 213-pounder.
And that's been the average against the Packers all year long, 50%. 50% of the time they've faced a 3rd down, they've given up the 1st.
Alfred Jenkins is in the wide right. Bartkowski. And it's batted down at the line of scrimmage. It was Mike Butler and Charlie Johnson just beside him, and it's incomplete. And we'll bring on the punting unit now. Clock is stopped at 2:04.
Tried to whip that almost sidearm. Came down to a 3/4 arm delivery there. And it was blocked. I think it was Johnson, wasn't it? Was it Johnson or Butler? Mike Butler, number 77.
The punt formation, John James is back there. Odom has dropped back to receive the punt. He's standing on his own 46-yard line. Across the midfield marker. Clock starts on the snap as soon as they get him a line. James puts it up.
Oh, what a beauty.
Odom at the 35 to the 40, and he stopped at the 43-yard line. It was Tom Pridemore.
Just a 49-yard punt.
James does that regularly. When play is resumed, it'll be 1st and 10 now as we have wound down past the 2-minute mark. We have the 2-minute warning.
Get ready for the first new truck of the 80s, the new Ford pickup. 1980 Ford test trucks got over 1 million total miles of testing here at Ford's Arizona Proving Grounds over torture tests like steel-lined potholes and Power Hop Hill. This 1980 Ford pickup has new aerodynamic design, best gas mileage rating of any American-built pickup. Carries a big payload, too. See the first new truck of the 80s. It's built Ford Tough.
This bud's for everybody who helps keep our country on the move.
This bud's for you. You're working hard all day just like you always do.
This bud's for you. For all you do, the king of beers is coming through.
Yeah, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do.
This bud's for you.
We have now 1 minute 52 seconds left to play in the first half. Atlanta is leading the Green Bay Packers by a score of 15-0. The Pack is in possession 1st and 10. They have the ball at their own 42-yard line. Lehman Bennett, head coach of the Falcons. Atkins and Barty Smith at the setbacks. David Whitehurst. There's a whistle that stops play. Flag does not stop play, but a whistle does.
Against the Packers.
False start. Number 68, offense.
Greg Cook, the offensive right tackle. See if we can pick it up. Offensive right tackle on the right side. There you go. You see him standing up, going to the pass protection stance. They're going to throw it.
1st and 15. Back at the 37-yard line now for the Packers.
Game plan situation for Green Bay, of course, was to throw the ball out on 1st down. They have. Hasn't been too successful.
Andre Thompson left and Lofton is right for the Pack. Whitehurst. Incomplete. Intended for Andre Thompson.
There's a deep turn in, and it's open most of the time in professional football. Andre Thompson coming back for the football the way you should, but kind of looked like he ran away from the ball there. Wasn't a bad pitch.
Clock
a little off.
Clock is stopped on the incompletion with 1:43 showing in set. Whitehurst is 2 for 8, 27 yards and 1 interception in his return to play before the home folks here in Atlanta, Georgia.
First 3 or 4 series, they had bad field position, too, Lindsey.
Terrible field position. Whitehurst.
There's the turn in.
Well, Lofton was the man.
He should have completed that. Whitehurst will be hot at himself. Lofton wide open. Should have been completed. It was wide open. Lofton on a deep turn in.
3rd and 15.
Throw it again.
Lofton going to a wide right. Andre Thompson to a wide left.
Don Smith back in for Jeff Merrill. He hurt his toe again. He's out. Number 1 draft choice, left defensive end.
Whitehurst.
There it is.
Andre Thompson. And it was threaded by Whitehurst. Rick Bias covered, but it's the 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Well, we keep saying, though, those turn-ins are going to be open. That was a great pitch by Whitehurst. He's going to move them up quickly. He's going to have to take a timeout, or he's signaling his receivers to play, Lindsey.
No huddle play here. And it is completed at the 41-yard line to Paul Coffin, his tight end. Coffin's first catch of the day. Joey McClain there defensively.
Joey McClain a little bit hot. Said he was trying to struggle forward. No timeout.
They spotted at the 42 for a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
You see Whitehurst barking out the play to his wide receivers. They got a signal.
Up the middle, Kaufman again, tight end. It's down to the 11-yard line. Greg Brzezina on the tackle.
Now they'll take a timeout. Kaufman's second catch of the day. Caught 6 last Monday night in his best performance. Fine-looking tight end from Kansas State. Here it is again, end zone shot from behind the quarterback. Don Smith gets loose from the left tackle over here, but Whitehurst releases a beautiful pass. You see he threaded it right over the linebacker in front of the safety. Going to pick up 30 yards here, and good second effort, good balance by Kaufman. Finally pulled down by Greg Brzezina.
Stopped at the 12-yard line to make it 1st and 10, and the timeout is taken by the Green Bay Packers with 34 seconds left to play in the half.
And it's a good 2-minute drill being put on by Bart Starr's Packers here. They can get in for a touchdown here or put some points on that board. That's the main thing.
Falcons are leading by a score of 15-0 here in the waning seconds of the first half. Beautiful sunny day in Atlanta, Georgia. Game time temperature was 70 degrees. Stands are packed and jammed. Sellout crowd here this afternoon. Bart Starr with Bill Curry with a headset on. That's Curry and Bratkowski. Bratkowski played at Georgia, and Curry played at Georgia Tech.
And he also coached at Georgia Tech with Pepper Rogers. We saw Pepper earlier today. He's up there at the press box. Zeke's talking to Blue.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers have scored. It's the Giants 14 and Tampa Bay 7. 1st and 10 for the Green Bay Packers at the 12-yard line. Now, the Atlanta Falcons.
They're saying Lindsey Luke Carpenter's up in the box. He's giving the plays down to Zeke, and Bart doesn't want to call one. He asked for it.
Whitehurst. And it's Adkins. Got about a yard on the completion to the 11-yard line. Mike Fulton Kuykendall was there.
He tied him up a little bit. Clock continuing to run. It's running down. It should be an automatic play, but Whitehurst telling him where to go. He's going to stop the clock.
Yeah, stop the clock with the incompletion. Overthrowing Andre Thompson. 12 seconds left to play in the game. Or rather in the first half. 3rd and 9 at the 11-yard line. We had a chance to visit a little with Eddie LeBaron, the general manager of the Falcons, who had some good, pleasant years with us as a CBS analyst.
He sure was. What a great guy. And, boy, he's brought the Atlanta Falcons along. The playoff team last year, and struggling right now in the 3-game losing streak.
3rd and 9. Green Bay at the Atlanta 11. Clock starts on the snap. 12 seconds in the half. Whitehurst. And it's Barty Smith. And he's in for a touchdown. Barty Smith went by Roland Lawrence for the touchdown.
I tell you, he put that 240 pounds about 2 foot off the ground, and somebody was going to have to get awful low to knock his balance off, and he just lunges in for the 6. Watch this. Good pickup here by Atkins. Picked up the blitz. Now watch Barty Smith right here. He gets inside the 5, puts that left shoulder down, and great balance gets in for the score, and it's a big one.
4 seconds to play on the half. Conversion attempt coming. Touch to Markov with David Beverly holding. And it's good. So with 4 seconds on the clock in the first half, it is 15-7.
Take another look. Watch Steve Atkins here. He comes around the fake, comes back at the middle linebacker. Whitehurst with the quick release right in the right flat. Smith is open right here, but he's got 9 yards to go on his own. Here comes Lawrence up from the cornerback position. He slips a little bit, tries to block him down, but Barty Smith with good balance goes in.
Green Bay sideline now as the Packers will be kicking off. And the clock will not start until the ball is touched by a member of the receiving team in the field of play. Under the rules prevailing in the last 2 minutes of the half and the last 2 minutes of the game and in overtime. Justin Markall is teeing it at the 35-yard line. Pearson is deep to receive it for the Atlanta Falcons. Line drive kick. Fielded at the 15-yard line by Kane. And it's returned up across the 35 to the 37, and time has run out on that return as Steve Luke made the stop. So, it is the end of the first half here in Atlanta, Georgia. And the score is the Atlanta Falcons 15 and the Green Bay Packers 7. As the Green Bay Packers came back to score in the waning moments of the half.
My parents bought me a Pinto when I graduated from high school because they thought it would be a perfect car for college. And my sister agrees.
Right, I think it's perfect too. And my sister agrees.
And my sister agrees. Mine too.
Mine too!
Well, I guess you can call us N8 Pinto Sorority.
Join the Pinto family. The 1980 Pinto with 40 standard features. Compare Pinto. It may be the best small car value in America.
We've always wanted to be on TV. Thanks,
This Bud's for all the people who make the sidelines a part of the show.
This Bud's for you. For all you do, the king of beers is coming through.
Yeah, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do.
This Bud's for you.
It's Sears National Hardware Week sale with many super values like these. Save $30 on a Sears Craftsman 7 1/2-inch circular saw with 2 1/8 horsepower motor, now $44.99. Or save $20 on Craftsman 16-gallon size wet dry vac, just $79.99. Or save $160 on Sears Best Craftsman 10-inch radial saw with chisel tooth and special carbide tip blade included, only $259.88. Now at Sears National Hardware Week sale, where America shops for value.
Next Saturday on the CBS Sports Spectacular, see top American, Chinese, Japanese, and Canadian gymnasts. Highlights from the Pacific Gymnastics Championships. Then be sure to see Part 3 of the World's Strongest Men competition. It's an afternoon of the beautiful and the highly unusual in sports. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
Back live in New York, I'm Brent Musburger. In the first half, Walter Payton carried 20 times for 100 yards, but yet Chicago and Buffalo are scoreless at the half. Elsewhere, New England with a quick turnaround. They scored once, Detroit fumbled the kickoff, Patriots scored again, and the Lions have lost still another quarterback. Jeff Comlow out with an injury. Scott Hunter now playing. Atlanta leading Green Bay at the half, 15-7. Many of you are watching and enjoying that game. And a big one. Both teams 4-1. Philadelphia led it by 14. Then Washington came back, and we'll show you the highlights of that game shortly. Now Tampa Bay and the Giants. This is a dandy in Tampa Bay and New York. All of you are really up for this one. 14-7, Tampa Bay's string on the line. At the half, Kansas City leading Cincinnati 10-0. And just underway, St. Louis and Houston, they are scoreless in the first period. And tonight, on CBS, Trapper John, M.D., will feature our very own Jane Kennedy. Let's look at a scene.
They lied to me. They told me the job was safe. They told me there was no chance of a radiation leak.
Well, I'm sure they believed what they told you.
Oh, that just makes me feel a lot better. I'll remember that when I'm dying of leukemia or giving birth to a malformed child.
You're thinking in extremes, Linda. Those problems are usually the result of prolonged or massive exposure.
Well, what about having children?
Linda, there is a chance, a slim, outside chance, that your problem may cause temporary infertility.
Pernell Roberts was the doctor in that scene?
Pernell Roberts and Greg Harrison, but they do save me. I don't die, so I'll be back next Sunday on NFL Today.
Listen, Pete Rose watches all the new shows. How's that one stack up?
I saw it the first time it was on 3 weeks ago, and it's just another CBS hit.
All right,
Simple
we
as
need
that.
a few more. Listen, yesterday in New York, there was the horse race of the year, the Jockey Club Gold Cup at Belmont, 1.5 miles. I want to show you the stretch again. It is a dandy. Affirmed on the outside, Coastal on the rail, and Shoemaker trying to drive Spectacular Bid in between. Watch Lafitte Pinkai on the outside. He'll go to the left-hand whip, and Affirmed respond. Affirmed, the 4-year-old, a little bit stronger and a little bit quicker in the stretch than Spectacular Bid and Shoemaker. Now Affirmed will be the horse of the year. He has earned better than $2 million. And there's lovely Patrice Wolfson. She, of course, is the wife of the owner. There's Harry Meyerhoff. They own Spectacular Bid, and Laz Barrera, the trainer of Affirmed. Watch Affirmed, number 3. Takes a misstep after the race. We will be checking on that, and we hope that it is not serious at all. A Spectacular Bid in the middle took that misstep. Affirmed was absolutely fine after the race. Spectacular Bid has already shipped out, so we do not know his condition today, but that was a false step that he took under Bill Shoemaker yesterday. Now, Pete Rose, we've got the World Series starting on Tuesday. Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Who do you like and how many games?
Well, 2 great teams. They both belong in the World Series, and I think it's going to go 7 games, and I like Baltimore simply because of the left-hand pitching they got. McGregor, Flanagan, and Martinez in the bullpen. Left-handers give Pittsburgh a lot of problems.
7 games. Going to be a dandy. All right. The NFL Today will continue on CBS after these messages from your local station.
This is CBS.
It's almost a cliche around the NFL that the way to attack a 3-4, the kind of defense usually employed by Tampa Bay, is to run right straight at it. Well, here he came, Billy Taylor, serving notice that this would be the Giant offense today. That was 27 yards. Taylor this time to the 3-yard line. He carried 15 times in the first half for 76 yards. Here he is going in. Tough touchdown by Billy Taylor. Now, after a Giant interception, it was Taylor again, down to the 2-yard line. Taylor for his second score as Sims put it up only 5 times, completing 4 passes. Now, but the Buccaneers came right back in it on this pass, and watch the catch by Muckler. Stays right with the throw by Dougie. That is a great catch in the end zone. He did not break concentration. Not even Irv Cross could have batted that one away.
When I was watching that Philadelphia Eagle, watching the Redskin game in Philadelphia in the third quarter, the Redskins had the ball now on their 10-yard line coming out. And, of course, the Eagles are leading that game 14-7. This is first half action. Ron Jaworski in the first quarter going to number 84. Keith Prepley makes a nice catch and runs along the far sideline here, picking up 41 yards, taking the ball down inside the 10-yard line, down to the 8. Next play, number 31, Wilbert Montgomery takes the handoff, goes over. The Eagles lead 7-0. Jaworski going to the air again, this time number 84, Keith Prepley. Catch, no catch, yes, it is a catch. Eagles retain possession. Jaworski going to the air again, number 31, Montgomery. He goes all the way, and they lead at this point 14-0. Theismann gets his club back on the board originally here with a pass to Riggins. Halftime is scoring to 14-7 in the third quarter now. Redskins have the ball, and Eagles are still leading 14-7.
Irv, I suggest that we pay attention to that 7-game pick by Mr. Rose. He's on a hot tear. He said New England was the best pick of the day. Watch the Patriots. Flea flicker, left-handed. Where's my man Francis? Maybe the best tight end ever. Look at him. Is he a load? Out of bounds on the 3. Cunningham, touchdown, New England. Ensuing kickoff, and this really turned this game around quickly. Leonard Thompson set for the return. Took one big hop, and he didn't get a good handle. Had it stripped from him. Rick Sanford to the Detroit 2-yard line. And from there, it was Don Calhoun in for the touchdown. The Lions on the board right now, trailing it 14-3. Now, in another game, many of you are watching Green Bay, Atlanta. Let's check in. Atlanta has lost its last 3 games under Lehman Bennett. Back they came against the Packers. Bartkowski, Jenkins, touchdown, Falcons. Now, here's Whitehurst. Time running down, looking for Kaufman. That's a 30-yard gain down to the Atlanta 12-yard line. And here came the touchdown pass to Barty Smith. And at the half, that one is 15-7. And let's send you back now to the stadium and the game you're enjoying. We'll see you later. And here at Atlanta, Fulton County Stadium, it's halftime, and the halftime score is Atlanta 15 and the Green Bay Packers 7. Beautiful football afternoon here in Atlanta, Georgia. And we have another half to go. So stick around. We've been entertained here at halftime by the Furman University Marching Band.
The NFL on CBS. Today's game is sponsored by Anheuser-Busch Natural Light. For a smooth, clean-tasting light beer, just say natural. Ford Motor Company. If you could see tomorrow the way it looks to us today, you'd say, Ford, that's incredible. And by Black & Decker's Workmate. When you've got a tough job to handle, it's like having an extra pair of hands.
You've set your financial goals, and you've set them high. But getting there won't be easy. What you need today is the scope, insight, and strength that's put one investment firm above the others. Merrill Lynch, a breed apart.
If anyone looks forward to the start of a new day, it's a Big A Auto Parts store, because each new day is filled with challenging customer requests for quality parts and friendly service. Take yesterday, for example.
Got an oil filter for a Ferrari?
Do you hook the black one to the plus or minus?
I need heavy-duty shocks. A muffler for a Merc. Boy, have you got metric tools.
Quality parts, friendly service. That's Big A.
Have you got a cup of coffee? Sure.
The hard-working auto parts store.
Would you adopt a child who is handicapped? It takes a lot of patience, a lot of guts. I'm Steve Wilson of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I'd like for you to meet some people who are doing something pretty remarkable, finding permanent homes for handicapped children. It's a United Way agency, and they place kids that other adoption agencies just can't find homes for. A lot of parents who have already adopted a child with special needs also volunteer to come in and talk with the parents who are considering adoption. It made me think, what would I do in their place? These kids and their parents, they're really amazing. This is a unique service here in the Tampa Bay area, but it's typical of the way the United Way works. Thanks to them, and thanks to you. It works for all of us. The United Way.
The preceding announcement was brought to you as a public service by the National Football League.
That's Barkowski warming up. Now let's take a look at some of the first half highlights. Here's the first touchdown, a perfect pass from Barkowski in the corner of the end zone. Estes Hood, much too much room. Alfred Jenkins for the score. The Packers come right back. First scoring opportunity. Whitehurst a little bit short, trying to go deeper to James Lofton. Rollin Lawrence comes up with the career-tying touchdown, 32. Atlanta Falcon record, 32 interceptions. End zone shot of Chester Markle. Now, these sidewinders, you'll see, a lot of times they hook the ball. This one did not hook. You see it to the right. Plenty of distance. It did not hook for Chester Markle. Now, Mike Lewis, 69, comes up with could be a big play before this game's over with. On first down, Whitehurst is sacked in the end zone for a safety. And finally, a big play by Barty Smith. Watching slip out to the right flat. Whitehurst, quick release, and Barty Smith does the rest. Good balance. He gets in at the end of the game, end of the first half for the score.
And so the two teams have come back out, and very shortly we'll be going with the second half. And Paul Horning, when the ball game got underway, Green Bay was an early disadvantage because the Falcons, of course, had them in poor field position.
And their game plan was to throw on first down. They couldn't complete a pass the first 2 or 3 times they had the ball on first down, which left them hurting.
Of course, the Pack did get a touchdown. There's all the difference in the world in going in that locker room 15-zip and 15-7.
It usually pulls the team up a little bit. If they did not put any points on the board, Lindsay, at the end of the half, well, it would have been a lull in that locker room. But they're going to be up coming back for the second half.
Let's take a look at the first half stats here now as they get a line. There you see, first downs are all even. Yards rushing, Atlanta 82 to Green Bay 64. Continuing on down the line. Time of possession is interesting, almost even. And the Green Bay Packers will be kicking off here now to the Atlanta Falcons. And it's just DeMarco kicking off. It is taken center deep by Dennis Pearson, and he, I beg your pardon, it's by Lynn Kane, and Lynn Kane gets back up to the 38-yard line. Lynn Kane from Southern Cal returned it.
And Atlanta Falcon fans are going to see a lot of him in the future. He's going to get a lot of playing time. A fine running back, had an outstanding day against the Packers in the second half in the last preseason game. Lynn Kane played behind in the shadow, of course, of Charles White, the great Trojan running back at USC.
Kane had 887 yards last year, but nobody knew it because Charles White was a Heisman candidate. Bartkowski, the quarterback, first and 10. Bubba Bean off the tail of the tandem in the I formation.
Gary Weaver, good tackle. Played off the block. Philadelphia scored another one. Wilbur Montgomery scored twice, one on a run, one on a pass from Jaworski, 21-7 over the Redskins.
Second down and 9 yards to go for the Atlanta Falcons at their own 39-yard line. Sunny day in Atlanta, Georgia. And as we start the second half here, the score is 15-7.
Bartkowski, 7 out of 14 first half, 71 yards, upstairs again.
A little high, incomplete. Trying to get it to Jim Mitchell, his tight end. Steve Luke was trying to get to it, but could not, so it's going to be 3rd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Mitchell may have lost a step or two, but remember back 5 or 6 years ago, Lindsey, he was one of the good deep threats in the league. He could run that corner pattern. He's only caught 2 passes, and there you see him trotting off, and that's what happens to tight ends after 11 or 12 years. When they lose that step, the first thing to go is you'll see a team put those 3 receivers in. Wide receivers on 3rd down and take out the tight end.
Which Atlanta has just done. Bartkowski. Blitz. Well, he was hit. And hit hard by Mike Douglas just as he turned it loose.
He's the guy that will do the blitzing, and boy, he did a job.
The Grits Blitz, they call it in Atlanta.
Watch Douglas from the outside. Bubba Bean has the responsibility as a back. Tries to shove him to the outside, but Mike Douglas just gets a hold of Bartkowski and puts him down.
Call it the Grits Blitz when Atlanta does it, not when Green Bay does it. Back in deep punt formation now. There's John James, and Steve Odom has gone deep to receive it for the Green Bay Packers. James, a high trajectory kicker, waiting for the snap. It's it off again. A high trajectory kick. Fair catch signal goes up, and it's made at the 15-yard line by Odom. So it's Packers start, but again, they start in their own territory. Moriarty was covering.
Oh, it was heat close. 47 yards punt by James, as usual.
Okay, men. When we see the ambassador's Mercedes, we roll.
The surprisingly affordable Granada, sometimes mistaken for a Mercedes.
There he is. Roll.
Albert, are you speeding?
No, dear.
People in Washington sure are friendly.
I think they like our new Granada.
Are you sure this is the way to the Applebaum's new house?
I hope so.
Oh, look, Albert. They bought a Colonial.
The 1980 Ford Granada, a modern American classic.
Now you can get Zenith's best remote control TV ever and a Zenith check for up to $50. It's Zenith Bonus Savings Days. Choose any Zenith System 3 with Computer Space Command. You get the best Zenith ever and Zenith's best way ever to control TV right from your chair. Get your dealer's best price, plus up to $50 direct from Zenith. System 3 with Computer Space Command. Save during Zenith Bonus Savings Days.
Next Saturday on the CBS Sports Spectacular, see the grace of the world's top gymnasts and the power of the world's strongest men. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
CBS Sports Spectacular. Some of the top international stars will be competing, like Kurt Thomas. Green Bay Packers have the ball first and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Steve Adkins and Barty Smith are the setbacks. Lawson in motion across. Taken by Barty Smith, and he piled up to about the 17. Fulton Kuykendall made the tackle. It'll be second down and 8 yards to go. Some of the Packer backers from Milwaukee.
Yeah, they come from all over. Love the Packers in Wisconsin. And they're getting a little bit anxious for them to win up there. It's going to take a while, folks. St. Louis, Theodis Brown got in for 2 yards out, upset the making there.
Double wide receivers to the left side. Atkins has the ball, finds some running room, turns it on, and gets the first down. Keeps right on plowing. Pridemore hanging on.
You try to ride him down, and you're in for a ride. This guy's strong, and great blocking by the Packers that time. What a hole opened up on the right side. There you see the left guard, 57, Darrell Goforth. A great block on the cornerback, Roland Lawrence. You see 27, Tom Pridemore, trying to ride him down. But Steve Atkins, who had 30 yards in the first half, 36-yard run.
First and 10 just outside the 47-yard line of the Atlanta Falcons now. Lawson goes wide to the right side. Andre Thompson to the left side. David Whitehurst quarterbacking the Green Bay Packers. Whitehurst, first down pass. Turn in. And it's Andre Thompson. He is at the 34. Rick Bias made the stop.
Oh, was he popped by the middle linebacker. But he did the right thing, and I know Luke Carpenter, who heads the offensive end for the Packers, they're taught Lindsey to come back for the football on the turn in. And that caused the completion. Andre Thompson ran down, made the turn in, and actually came back 4 yards, but still picked up 14 big ones for the first down.
First and 10, Green Bay at the Atlanta 34-yard line. Atlanta's leading 15-7. Crowd is getting interested here now. Lawson in motion across. Atkins. That's the loss of a yard. Frank Reed made the stop.
Now that was the same play, Lindsey, that he picked up 36 yards on, but Darrell Goforth did not get out in time to make the trap block. A little bit slow coming out.
Lost a yard. Second and 11 now. Green Bay at the Atlanta 35-yard line.
We get a report on Turdell Middleton. He's got that bruised shoulder. Will not see any more action. I tell you, they've had some injuries. And I'm alibiing for Bart, but I tell you, they've been going down like flies.
Whitehurst. Turn in. Andre Thompson. Rick Bias made the tackle. It'll be marked at the 23-yard line.
Yeah. Packer game plan. They remember the last exhibition season. Last exhibition game in the season. Lindsey Whitehurst had a field day in the first half. He threw for over 200 yards against these same Falcons. And there's that turn in. And he came back for the football.
They're going to measure for the possible first down. And there it is. First and 10. Outside the 23-yard line, first and 10 for the Green Bay Packers in Atlanta territory.
On that left wrist. You see that band on the left wrist? He's got all the game plan written on that wrist. The plays are written on his wrist. I don't know if he's just a little bit dumb or anything. I doubt it. Quarterback, but just a good reminder for him what he's got to go with.
Artie Smith in motion outside. Quick pitch to Atkins. Closes him off, led by Fulton Kuykendall, and wrapped up by Roland Lawrence. Back to the 27-yard line. Second and 14. Remember when Tom Matty was forced into duty with the Baltimore Colts as a quarterback and had to write the plays on the tape?
Well, you could understand that. I don't know if I played quarterback and they made me wear the plays on the wrist. I'd be a little bit hurt, wouldn't you?
Whitehurst is dropped and the ball got away. He fumbled. He fumbled the football. And Atlanta has recovered.
That's Tim Stokes, the left tackle, number 76. Watch Tim Stokes here. Here comes 65, Don Smith. Tim Stokes has a blocking down, and what an effort by the #1 draft choice from the University of Miami. Jeff Yeats has it back for Atlanta.
The AC Spark Plug 5/7 get one free sales online now. Participating outlets where you see this poster.
Thanks, AC.
Americans are learning that if their car's plugs are misfiring, a tune-up with new AC Spark Plugs can help improve gas mileage. Thanks, AC.
Now's the time to tune up because AC Delco is making it possible for you to get 8 AC Spark Plugs for the price of 7.
Thanks, AC.
Tune up with AC. Buy 7. Get one free.
Thanks, AC.
This Bud's for everybody who puts in a hard day's work.
This Bud's for you. For all you do, the king of beers is coming through.
Yeah, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do.
This Bud's for you.
This is Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning in Atlanta, Georgia, where the Atlanta Falcons have just recovered a fumble and they held the ball first and 10 at their own 31-yard line. This is Bubba Bean carrying. Former Texas A&M running back is pulled down by Steve Luke. Mike Butler assisting. And it's at the 31-yard line. Second down and 10 yards to go.
Lehman Bennett on the sidelines looking at that playlist.
We're in the third quarter with 9:15 remaining to be played. Levine's in a wide right. William Andrews, the lone setback. By the draw play to Andrews. And he got to the 34 where he picked up 3. It'll be 3rd and 7. Charles Johnson on the tackle for the Green Bay Packers. Levine comes out now, and they get the 3 wide receivers in. Wallace Francis, Alfred Jackson is in, and of course Jenkins already was in.
Now behind Bart Starr, the offense is having a meeting on the sidelines for the Packers. You might be looking a little bit something different defensively. You want to check it out.
Bartkowski completes it to Jackson. Alfred Jackson from Wallace Brown took it. And it's a 1st and 10.
Well, the reason that was complete, Lindsey, was a great pickup on the blitz on Mike Douglas on the left side. Alfred Jackson caught it. Watch Douglas here. Watch William Andrews pick up the blitz right there. That enabled Bartkowski to get to the outside. And on those corners out there, Jackson was wide open.
Alfred Jackson from Texas. Alfred Jenkins is from Morris Brown. Now it's Bartkowski, and complete again. Again to Alfred Jackson. Mike McCoy on the tackle.
Well, those corners are a little loose. Atlanta taking advantage of it.
At the 47-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. Second down and a yard to go. 15-7, Atlanta leading.
Hurt the Packers on the corner. Bartkowski going to work on those cornerbacks. He's going to play deep. He's going to take advantage of it.
Bean and Andrews in the eye. Bean looking for the first down. Earl Edwards made the tackle. I think he got it. 1st and 10. Now here comes James Mayberry into the ball game, the rookie from Colorado. And Andrews is being given a rest. Mayberry, who was the hero of the Falcons' opening day win in Atlanta. I'll rather in New Orleans over the Saints.
There it is again.
Wallace Francis.
Well, I tell you, Bartkowski is just going away from the zone. They're not double covering one side of the receivers, and they got great speed on the outside. That's Wallace Francis. They're just killing him on turnout. Wilbert Montgomery scored 4 touchdowns for Philadelphia. What a day. 3 rushing, 1 on a pass from Jaworski.
They're going to take the chain all the way across and measure for the possible first down. Short, and they'll use the chain to spot the ball.
No score. 3rd quarter. Chicago and Buffalo.
It'll be 2nd down and inches to go. The ball just across the 35-yard line in Green Bay territory. Bartkowski is 10 for 19 for 98 yards in the air. The Falcons are leading 15-7. Officials conferring. McCarter is saying, Gordon McCarter, the referee, is saying this is my timeout, so he wants to convey something to Lehman Bennett. Could be the phone. Bart Starr talking to Bratkowski. Gordon McCarter, having delivered his message, is going to make a similar journey over to talk to the Green Bay Packers. Talking to Casey Merrill and Bart Starr. Maybe he'll tell us what it is.
The reason for the delay, one set of Green Bay's telephones went out. By agreement, Atlanta must give up theirs until the phone is repaired.
That's it. We've got to keep the phone service all equal up.
We had that last week.
We did.
One set of phones go out, they have to cut off the other set.
It's 2nd down and inches to go.
Years ago, Hallis used to do that on purpose.
He cut the other sides off all the time. Bartkowski.
He's open.
And it is an incomplete pass. He's taken across the sideline marker. Wallace Francis out of bounds on the catch.
Now, he set it up beautifully. What a great sequence. Wallace Francis, Alfred Jenkins been working on the corners on deep square outs, turnouts. This time, there's the pump on the turnout, on the square out pattern, and he gets behind. Let's see, you got to have both feet inbound. He's got it out of bounds. The right foot was out of bounds. Good call.
3rd down and inches to go. Andrews and Bean are the running backs now as James Mayberry has come off. They're looking for the inches now as they're coming in with a tight wing formation. Got the 1st and 10. Bubba Bean picked it up. That's the 33-yard line. Speaking of those phones, the late Harry Mayer was coaching at Ole Miss one year, and he told the story of discovering that he not only had access to his phones, but he had a party line with the other phones. He said it was a marvelous afternoon. Bubba Bean coming off, Bart Starr there. Bubba Bean now is signaling to stay back out there, so he goes back into the huddle. Alfred Jenkins far to the right side. Wallace Francis in the slot right. Bartkowski throws and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Alfred Jenkins. 2nd and 10 at the 33. Albert Jenkins. 5'10", 155. We have 6 minutes, 51 seconds left to play in the third quarter. We are told that the phone service has been restored. And once again, they are properly operative. It's Andrews. Feeds through to the 26. Rich Wingo made the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Heading for 1,000 yards if he stays healthy. Dave Hampton did it here for the Falcons. He's got 58 yards now and 12 carries.
Falcons just driving on downfield. Ball is spotted just outside the 26-yard line.
Good sustained drive here, Lindsey. He's really eating up a lot of time off that clock.
Levine in motion outside right. Andrews on the quick step. Got across the 25, popped it to 24 by Johnny Gray. Free safety for the Packers, and Rich Wingo, the middle linebacker.
Wingo's been a great surprise for the Packers. Draft choice out of the University of Alabama.
That is William Andrews, who is down, yes.
Can't afford to lose that kid. He's too important to that Atlanta offense. Well, Johnny Gray came up and helped on the tackle. He usually does, but especially when somebody's hung up. Better cover your head up.
So we have 6 minutes remaining to be played in the third quarter, and the score here is the Atlanta Falcons 15 and the Green Bay Packers 7.
Get the whole wheat working for you.
Get whole wheat Wheaties working for you. Because for good nutrition, a Wheaties breakfast is hard to beat. You see, Wheaties is made from the whole kernel of wheat. You get not only the heart of the wheat, but the wheat germ and bran fiber, too. Don't shortchange your body. Get all the nutrition that comes from a good breakfast. Like a whole wheat Wheaties breakfast.
Get the whole wheat working for you.
Wheaties, the breakfast of champions.
I'm a mileage nut. I checked all the figures, and I got a Ford Fairmont. Yeah, 4-cylinder mileage is even higher than last year's. And today have a 6-cylinder with standard 4-speed transmission. No 6, foreign or domestic, beats Fairmont's estimated MPG. Datsun's 4-speed doesn't beat it. Toyota doesn't beat it. Citation, the GMX cars don't beat it.
Harold! Aren't you glad you bought a Fairmont?
You bet your gas can.
The right idea for today.
This Friday night at 11:30 Eastern, take in a magic show. Magic Johnson's scheduled TV debut as the Lakers take on the Clippers. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.